Don't be like me. Don't put expired makeup on your face and then have to deal with Larry, Barry, and Sally. Hello beautiful people, hi, my name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. And today I'm coming at you with a sanitary PSA. Throw out your expired shit, or at least be more careful when you use it. I had a blush that was gifted to me by a friend. It had been in her stash for like years, and years have passed since that moment, and I've used it again and I broke out. It happens, but since I'm having to share my face with 3 new tenants on this side of my visage over here, I thought it would be good to do a video on how to know when your makeup is expired. As far as I'm concerned, powder is forever until it changes smell or texture, but cream needs to go the moment it hits the expiration mark. Now, an argument is to be made about the fact that expiration dates are very lenient. They're more for the company's sake than your sake, and that they do not necessarily reflect the reality. What I mean is that that product may have a lot longer life left in it, but the company prefers to artificially shorten its lifespan by telling you to toss it for 2 reasons. One, because they do not want to be liable for issues that happen with you on your face. And it's easier to do so when you can be 100% sure that that product did not go off before they had to toss it. And 2, for economic reasons, as in the more you toss, the more you can buy. The more often you toss, the more often you buy from that company. But let's leave cynicism aside. Let's check actually how to know if your makeup is expired so you don't end up like me. Well, the first thing to look for on any makeup product is this little jar over here. You will say that it has a number and then M nearby. That means that it is good for as many months as it says on the jar. 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. As long as it has that jar on it, you can basically pretty much know when it's about to go bad. The average shelf life, as in the average time you can keep those items since you open them according to the jar, is as follows. Powder products usually last between 1.5 and 3 years, maybe 2.5 years on average. For example, the Anastasia Beverly Hills a Modern Renaissance palette, it was good only for 18 months, while other palettes that I do have, such as those from NYX, are good for 2.5. Next, you've got foundation and concealer. Those are usually good just for 6 months to 12 months, which makes very much a lot of sense. And I'm gonna explain why. Basically, that product is in a liquid state, which is great for bacteria to thrive in. Not to mention that liquids are much more sensitive to temperature changes than powders are. That and the formula being liquidy can go bad much faster than a powder product. Now, how to know if your foundation or your concealer or other liquid products have expired even before the date? If the texture changes, if it separates, if it gets a weird smell that it didn't have before, no matter if it's not pleasant or not, or if it doesn't apply as well and applies much goopier or slimier, then it is time to let that product go and repurchase a new one. Let's talk about mascara. Mascara has a shelf life between 3 and 6 months, but usually people with sensitive eyes or prone to eye infections should change it maybe every couple of months. I personally, depends on the formula. I have mascaras that I keep for up to 6 months, like the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, while much better formulas like the Pupa Vamp, for example, I let go precisely at the 3-month mark. How you can tell if your mascara is expired is if it has changed texture, if the color changed, if the way it applies on your eyelashes has changed, or if it's a more dry and of a thicker consistency. But with mascara, with an item that is applied so close to your eyes, which are very sensitive and infection prone part of your face, I do recommend letting it go exactly at the 3-month mark. Don't be like me. Don't be a filthy savage. Don't use your Urban Decay Troublemaker for 6 months in a row, because it's not healthy. Now, liquid and gel eyeliners also last for 3 to 6 months, precisely for the same issues that the mascara has. Basically, you are very prone to infection because you dip in and out of the product repeatedly when applying. As usual, any consistency or smell changes, it means it has to go. Cream eyeshadow lasts for 6 months. And such is the shelf life for cream blush and lipsticks. Basically, cream, everything lasts kind of 6 months. How do you know if your cream, blush, eyeshadow, or lipstick is going bad? Basically, as usual, change in smell, change in texture. If it applies differently on your on your lips, either creamier or grittier. I've had that with several Maybelline lipsticks. When they go bad, they get kind of gritty and it's not as pleasant. A taste change, because sometimes you can't help but, you know, get a little bit of lipstick on your tongue when whatever. If the taste changed, you're fucked. Some things that are not necessarily signs it went bad is wax bloom, which basically happens when the product gets a bit too much heat and the wax surfaces up. It's basically still good to go, but if you find it too gross to use, then don't. However, if it's got white or brownish or greenish patches, that's mold. Toss it. You don't need the extra penicillin, just toss it back in the trash. Liquid lipstick and gloss usually last for 6 months to 1 year. Basically the same reasons as before. You dip in and out of the product, it goes near your mouth, which as we know is full of germs. No matter how clean you keep it, it's full of germs. So basically, as usual, consistency, smell changes, yada yada yada. If the doe foot applicator has white or green spots, fucking toss it. That's mold. Liquid and gloss, like liquid lipsticks and gloss formulas, can mold quite easily, especially if you leave them in a hot environment. By keeping everything mentioned in a cool, dry place, you will really enhance its lifespan. Okay, basically this was it. This is how to know when to toss your makeup. I know this might be basic information for some, but I have legit had people, like my friends that aren't very obsessed with makeup as I am, they've basically asked me how to know, and I'm like, you seriously kept that lipstick for 6 years? Oh, you're fucked. But yeah, basically, the horrors I have heard. The horrors I have heard. I hope this little guide was useful to you guys, and I hope I'll see you the next time in my next video. Please do not mind the red nose. I know I'm Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, but I've just gotten back from work, and it's a miracle that the foundation faded only on the nose and not on everything else. Yeah, excuse the face. I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Bye bye.